So you've asked me a couple of times whether I believe in things like ghosts and aliens. And to be honest, I think whether you believe in them or not is kind of irrelevant, because they either exist or they don't. And you may or may not find out. So if you want to believe in them, yeah, cool. If you don't want to believe in them, yeah, also cool. It won't make a difference. So I'm not going to answer that question. But I am going to tell you a story about weird bollocks. We'll call it that. In my mum's family, there is this grandfather clock that has been passed down through the generations for about 300 or 400 years. It was originally made in Scotland, and it is a beautiful thing. It's about 7 foot tall, and it's made of this dark polished oak. It's got a hand painted face and brass pendulum, and it's a magnificent thing. It really is. And this thing sat inside my mum's house for many years. Now, at the time of this story, me and your mum have been together for not so long, and I was living up in Harare, and my grandmother had been really poorly. She was old. She had cancer, and she hadn't been well. And we got a phone call from my mum to say, your grand's not gonna last, so if you want to come down and say your goodbyes, now's the time. So we hopped in the car and we drove down, and we arrived there early in the morning, and with my mum and dad we went across to the hospice, and we said our goodbyes, and we spent the day with her. And about midway through the afternoon, she had gone to sleep, and we all decided that we'd go back to my mum's house and grab something to eat and just chill out and relax a bit, and then come back later on. And so we went back to the house, and my mum made an early dinner, and we were just sitting down to eat when the phone rang, and it was the hospice saying, yeah, you better come across, now's the time. So I said to my mum, I'm okay, I'm not going to come across because I don't really want to be there at the end, and I've said my goodbyes. And so her and my dad went off, and me and your mum finished eating our dinner, and then we went and sat in the lounge, and we were just chatting away. And then all of a sudden the grandfather clock started chiming. It chimed 7 or 8 times, this big deep bong, bong, bong. And your mum said to me, geez, I didn't even know that clock worked. So I said to her, come and have a look at this. And we went across to the clock, and I opened the face of the clock, and that's all it was. There was no workings inside the clock at all. It was empty. There was physically nothing inside it to make it chime. There was physically nothing inside it to make the noise of a chime. The pendulum was tied on with string, and behind the face it was empty. But yet, me and your mum heard it chime. And then two or 3 minutes later, the phone rang, and it was my dad ringing to say that my gran had just passed away. Now that is weird bollocks. Seriously weird bollocks. Incidentally, My mum once asked me if I wanted to keep the grandfather clock in my house. And I told her there's no fucking way that I want that thing in my house. Because when she eventually kicks the bucket, I want to find out by phone call. Not by some magical piece of furniture. Hell no. Anyway. Love you.